All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're going to demystify the actual scientifically backed results of taking creatine and whey protein. Look, if you spend any time at all in the fitness space, you've probably been bombarded with supplement ads making these wild overnight promises. Well, today, we're stripping away the marketing hype and looking strictly at what the data actually tells us. We're going to explore exactly what happens in your body when you combine these two foundational supplements with hard work.
We definitely need to start by resetting expectations here and really debunking the myth that supplements are some sort of magic pre-workout boost. Taking protein and creatine is not like waking up one morning looking like the Hulk. Honestly, unfortunately for my own dreams of turning green and smashing things, they just aren't temporary stimulants that give you this instant, jittery surge of power. They operate completely differently. They're foundational tools that alter your cellular environment over time, and understanding that timeline is absolutely key to seeing real results. So instead of instant miracles, we're going to look at the actual chronological journey of what happens in your body from day 1 to 365. When we shift our perspective from a 3-day quick fix to a full 365-day journey, the science becomes incredibly clear. Muscle adaptation requires consistent resistance training over several weeks, and these supplements work by taking small daily advantages and compounding them into massive long-term gains.
Okay, Section 1, the science of muscle energy. Let's look under the hood. Before we get into the outward results, we really need to understand the internal mechanics. Creatine works by rapidly regenerating ATP. Now, ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, is essentially your body's primary energy currency for short bursts of intense activity. Think of it like cash for your muscles. During high-intensity exercise, like a heavy squat or a sprint, your ATP gets totally depleted in seconds. Creatine steps in as a quick reserve, instantly converting back into ATP so your muscles can just keep firing. It's literally what allows you to squeeze out that crucial extra rep. And this comparison brilliantly illustrates the difference between our two heavy hitters. Creatine gives you the explosive energy to cause muscle damage in the first place, while whey protein delivers the essential amino acids to repair it. They're basically the ultimate tag team. Creatine allows you to train harder, increasing the stimulus and the micro tears in the muscle. Then, the whey protein swoops in to stimulate protein synthesis and repair that tissue so it grows back bigger and stronger.
In fact, the International Society of Sports Nutrition considers creatine an elite supplement. It is arguably the most effective available supplement for increasing high-intensity exercise capacity. That's a massive endorsement from one of the most respected bodies in sports science. They reviewed a huge body of literature and concluded that for increasing lean body mass and high-intensity performance, creatine is simply unmatched. It's not a fad. It's a rigorously proven physiological enhancer.
Moving on to Section 2, the first few weeks, from day 1 to day 28. Now, what's really interesting about this timeline is that this is exactly where a lot of people get confused, or they just give up way too early. So let's map it out. During week 1, your muscle creatine stores rapidly saturate. By week 2, you actually start to notice delayed fatigue. Those heavy sets just feel a tiny bit more manageable. And by week 4, the magic happens. You start seeing meaningful strength gains. You're consistently moving more weight or hitting more reps than you were a month ago. We've got to bust a myth right now, though, the whole water weight reality. A lot of people panic when the scale jumps a quick 1 to 3 pounds in the first week, but this isn't fat. Creatine pulls water inside the muscle cell, not under the skin. It actually makes you look thicker and more jacked, not soft or puffy. It creates this optimal anabolic environment. Oh, and addressing the absolute biggest internet rumor out there, no, the data is super clear. It does not cause hair loss or receding hairline. Section 3, long-term muscle hypertrophy, hitting the 8 to 12-week mark.
Okay, this is where those temporary boosts translate into permanent structural changes in your body. In a rigorous 11-week study, researchers matched resistance-trained males and tested their 1-rep maxes. The groups taking whey protein, creatine with carbs, or creatine with whey all saw significant improvements in both strength and lean body mass compared to the baseline carbohydrate group. So the supplements literally amplified the results of the exact same workout program.
And get this, researchers found that up to 76% of the strength improvements in the squat could be directly attributed to the physical hypertrophy of the muscle. 76%. That number is just incredible. To put that into perspective, it means the strength you're gaining isn't just your brain getting better at firing the muscle. No, up to 76% of that new strength is because you have physically built larger, thicker muscle fibers. We're talking real structural growth.
A really fascinating detail mapped out by Victoria University researchers is that the whey protein group gains strength without as much total mass increase. Now, why does that matter? Well, while the creatine groups saw large jumps in overall lean body mass because of that cellular hydration, the whey isolated group got remarkably similar strength gains without adding overall body weight. So, if you're a wrestler, a fighter, or any weight class athlete trying to maximize power without sizing up, that is a phenomenal strategic insight.
All right, Section 4, maximizing your supplement results, the pillars of performance. With all this science in mind, what are the actionable takeaways here? Step 1, consistency is king. You need to be taking 3 to 5 grams daily. Yes, even on rest days, just to keep those cellular stores topped off. Step 2, you have to hydrate. Your muscles are literally holding more water, so your body needs more of it. And step 3, consider pairing your creatine with some carbs and a post-workout whey protein shake. Doing that actually uses your body's natural insulin response to drive that creatine directly into the muscle cells faster. You really have to remember that actual muscle tissue takes 8 to 12 weeks to build. And that's because it relies on stacking extra reps over months of consistent effort. I absolutely love this quote from our sources. Creatine isn't magic, but that extra ATP lets you push a little harder, and those little wins stack up month after month. That right there is the secret. It's the 1 extra rep on a Tuesday, the 5 extra pounds on a Thursday. Over a year, that equates to thousands of pounds of extra volume lifted. Ultimately, the science shows that these supplements will perfectly set the stage for cellular growth. They give you the ultimate anabolic environment, the raw building blocks, and the energetic capacity. But they can't do the lifting for you. The trigger for all this physiological magic is the heavy weight you decide to pick up. The supplements are ready to work. The real question is, are you ready to put in the reps? Think about it. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.